6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.
Hey everybody, welcome to the True Crime Squad. I'm Kristi Brower, here with my sister, co-host, and partner in crime, Katie Weaver. Hey Katie.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good. Busy. Tuesdays are my big day, so I've been running.
Yeah.
And just excited at the thought that perhaps, when the show's over, I might just be able to hang out and read a book for a while and just relax with the dogs.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
That's good.
Right? What have you been doing today?
Just a lot of true crime, man. Just a lot of getting ready to talk about the Louvre heist.
Yeah.
I will tell you, though, about choir last night. It was so fun. We actually got to really sing this time, and our first 3 songs are This Is Me from The Greatest Showman.
Nice.
Landslide from Fleetwood Mac. It's a a cappella in parts version.
Okay.
And River by Joni Mitchell. Which, honestly, those are 3 of my top most favorite songs ever. So I was really, really thrilled when that's what they picked.
Awesome. I love it.
So, yeah, it was super fun.
Very good.
Fun.
I can't
really
wait for the
excited about
concert.
I know. It's going to be cool.
Is the concert going to be streamed? Do you have any idea? Just thinking forward, that I know some of our people would probably love to watch it. I don't know if people want to, if people in your group want it to be streamed, but just a thought.
I don't know. We're still working on a location, so I'm not sure about that. Tammy, Tall Red, I bet you have heard River and you just don't realize it. It's actually a really famous Joni Mitchell song that is kind of Christmas adjacent.
Ah, okay.
If you heard it, I bet you would have heard it before.
Yeah.
Well,
Red wanted
I will
to
find
know
out if there will be a stream. I'll let you know.
Just out of curiosity. I mean, if not, maybe I can just focus my camera right on your face and stream it myself.
Sure.
I love it. Well, I'm very excited. I love that you're doing that.
Yeah.
It's
really
weird
cool.
how, when you have hobbies, like for both of us, we were in concert band and marching band and did solo performances and competitions all the way through high school. I played 1 year into college. You played 2 years into college. And music was your major for a while.
Too.
You did.
Yeah.
So 3 years into college. Yeah. And music was your major. And then it just kind of, you lose your vehicle for it, so
Right.
I just love that you found something that, that's cool. So that's good.
Yeah, me too. That's kind of how a lot of the people in our choir are, is that they grew up singing and playing. A lot of them are ex-Mormons, like I am. And that's another place that we did, lots of musical things as kids and singing and,
So there's a lot of music at church. Yeah.
Yeah. And Mormons are taught to be very musical.
Yeah.
At least they used to be. I don't know if that's still a thing now, but it was when we were kids.
Boy, it was when we were kids. They really wanted everyone to know how to play the piano and that's one great thing about actually what our upbringing is. We learned how to read music. We learned how to sing correctly. So we were in a university town, right? We live here in Rexburg where Briggs College was and BYUI now is. And so there were plenty of ladies in our ward, well, people, not just ladies, but people in our ward that were in the performing arts department at the college.
Yeah.
And so we had a pretty cool experience that way, that the director of the band was our bishop and a neighbor and an incredibly cool person, still is. And 2 of the women that were in the choral department were in our ward. And they, during sacrament meeting, that's when the whole ward is together and the opening prayer and the closing prayer and sometimes the middle ground prayer, or middle of the meeting prayer. Those 2 ladies would desperately try to outsing each other. It used to just kind of be a known thing. Like they would both just be putting on trills and freestyling and
Well, it became very operatic.
Yes.
Which is kind of weird at church because no one else was singing in an operatic style. But yeah, there was quite a There was a battle going on. It was a
Mm-hmm.
very loud musical one, but it was happening.
Mm-hmm. It was hilarious. Yeah. We got in trouble in church a few times for laughing during songs. Not because of them, what it was songs we were supposed to be learning, but anyway. But I
We
feel
were
like the
always in trouble
musical
for
training
laughing
we
at church.
received is something that I will always cherish about the way we were raised.
Definitely. Do they still have the Mormon Tabernacle Choir? They do, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, we have a
Yeah,
dear
mine
friend
do.
who sang in Motab for like 10 years till
Yeah,
he came out and then they kicked him out.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, a lot of fun, and I will certainly find out if we can stream it when we know what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Red wanted to
somebody said
know what
they.
I'm.
Oh,
Oh, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Oh, Red said she wanted to know what I was reading. So I'm reading
Ah,
two books. I can't ever have just one book going because I've this brain. I don't know. So I'm almost done with Queen of Stone, a novel of Boudica by Melanie Karasak. Really, really love this book. There's three. I don't know if my heart can handle the next two because this is a historical fiction book around the time that we went from BC to AD in England, which was Britannia then,
mm-hmm,
and this was when the Romans were just encroaching and taking over everything.
mm,
And some of the ancient people there that were trying to maintain their lands and their kingdoms and stuff. And,
wow.
it's historical fiction, so there's a lot added to it. But Queen Boudica is kick ass, and I love her. And I loved this book, but I have like 34 minutes left of it, or, probably 25 pages. And I don't know. I think if I keep going by the next two, I'm going to get my heart broken, but I might. Um,
Oh no.
the other book I'm reading is Hidden Fire by Elizabeth Hunter, and I just started it. But I read the whole Scribe series by Elizabeth Hunter, and I loved her, so it should
Mm-hmm.
be good.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I just finished the new Dan Brown.
Yeah, I loved it.
What's it called? I was going to tell you.
Well, now that you
Now I
said
can't
that,
remember. What the heck, man? I got to look it up.
let me look. I was just looking in my The Secret of Secrets.
The Secret of Secrets. If you're a Dan Brown fan, and
Hmm.
even if you're not, this is a really good book.
Yeah,
Very
love it.
interesting.
Yeah. Have I
Pamela
watched the show
said,
Britannia? No, I haven't. I'll have to look it up.
oh,
Kristi, thank you.
ooh, yeah. Pamela said when I moved to Pocatello, I was invited to join choir practice and it was meeting after work at the bar. Hey,
Nice.
I mean, why not? We're meeting in a senior citizen center. So
Nice.
wherever you can meet, I think is totally cool.
Absolutely.
Oh, The Secret of Secrets. Yes. Thank you. Tammy, are you reading it?
It's good.
It's so good. It
Oh,
is. But
yikes. There was a riot in Dublin. Woo.
bit of a riot. And my gosh, things are a little crazy right now. They
People
always
are
are.
crazy right now. Yeah,
Well, we have, we've got a lot to share.
we do.
Speaking of, so was this WTF news?
It can be. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot. But
I think that's
Katie,
what I said, actually. Yeah.
you're gonna kick us off with, I think, some WTF news.
Okay. Well, it's heist day because our main case is a heist, but our first segment is also a heist. So these folks right here were arrested in California. So here's what happened. On September 13th, 2025 in Sacramento, there was a jewelry store that was broken into and robbed by a crew of people that stole over $1 million in merchandise. And
Yikes.
they didn't really have a lot of leads on this one, but this was a super high-tech deal. They were doing things like jamming the security system, entering through the businesses next door and drilling a large hole in the wall to pass back and forth through. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
this is like Ocean's 11 type kind of stuff. And managed to steal. So basically, by the time they disable the alarm system and they drill a hole in the wall to the business next door to operate in and out of, whose security isn't nearly as high because they're not a jewelry store, they had plenty of time to operate to just clean that place out, do whatever they wanted.
Oof.
So that was back in September. Well, then about a month later, in mid-October, in Lodi, California, which is also in the Sacramento area, a pawn and jewelry store was targeted. Now, this time, they also cut through a brick wall, disabled the alarm and power, but they did manage to trigger some kind of an alarm, and the police showed up and grabbed them. As it turned out, the police had actually been surveilling this group for a minute. They were living in an RV in a trailer court, and what they believe is that this is at least two of them, maybe three of them, are Colombian. And so they're calling it a Colombian, like, organized crime group. Also, it sounds like one of them actually owns a jewelry store in Colombia. And so basically, they think this is, kind of a high-tech, highly organized theft group that has been stealing here in the U.S. and then sending a lot of product back to Colombia. Luckily, in the second heist that we know of, and again, there could easily be more. These are in different areas, maybe even different states. But these guys, the second one, they didn't get away with anything because the police actually got there and got these four into custody.
Wow.
So their names are Sandro Torres Morales, Orlando Sanchez, Miguel Osorio Castaneda, and Melanie Pascagoula Correa. So the police again are saying highly organized. They had special roles. One of them is an alarm disabler specialist, a techie. One of them is a demolition expert who was there to bore the holes. One was the logistics office manager type person. That was Melanie. She was doing things like registering cars, managing operations, doing kind of the above ground legwork to operate here in the U.S. And that's kind of how they were operating. Again, it's like Ocean's 11 stuff. They had specialists for each of the things they needed to do.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. The Sacramento police,
organized.
Right? The Sacramento Sheriff's Office says that they think they are deeply connected in the state as well as in abroad as well. So they don't know how many of these thefts may have happened here in the U.S. and in what states. So now they're kind of taking a look at other things, that have happened elsewhere to see if there's any chance. Because this wasn't just a smash and grab. This was very organized. So they're looking for other very organized heists like this.
Well, yeah, you'd think they probably hit some other places.
Though I think these guys weren't the ones that hit the Louvre.
No, I don't
Considering
think
that
so,
they were already in custody.
Yeah. I don't think they would have had time to get back and forth.
Yeah. So they are continuing to investigate this to try to decide if there are anything else that these guys might be attributed to. But wow, this is TV level stuff.
Yeah, it is. It's like Ocean's 11 kind of stuff.
Digging through brick walls.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what I've got. We'll keep an eye on it.
All right. Well, it's time for our main case.
Okay.
Well, guys, a few days ago, somebody robbed the Louvre. And you know what they didn't take? The Mona Lisa, right? Like, that's what everybody, if you think of robbing the Louvre, you think of taking some very, very famous paintings. And they have, incredible security around their paintings. It turns out, though, there's security around the crown jewels of France.
Oh.
Not that good. So this picture is the picture of a vehicle. It's like a boom truck.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like it's kind of like a fire truck with this big ladder that goes way up in the air. So this happened. This kills me because the Louvre is supposed to be like super high tech, and this was a super low tech, extremely effective heist. So this happened on October 19th at 9:30 a.m. in France.
Mm-hmm.
The museum was open. This is the other part that kills me. This is in broad daylight while the museum is open. It's been open for about 30 minutes. The thieves show up with their vehicle with the boom lift on it from the Seine side, so the riverside facade, and they're dressed as like construction workers, and they've
Sure.
got their reflective vests on and stuff. They show up with the boom truck. This reminds me a lot, if you haven't watched my most recent Patreon about how you steal a bridge, you should go
Yeah.
watch it, because this reminds me a lot of that story.
Mm-hmm.
So they just show up looking official with their boom truck and their vests and stuff. There were 4 of them. They went up in the ladder to this balcony right here. Let's see, let me get that off. Here we go. To this balcony right here.
Mm-hmm.
And they just broke the glass to go in that door. And that door took them right into where the crown jewels of France, for like
Oh my God.
many centuries worth of crown jewels of France are.
Yeah.
They had tools with them. They were so prepared. They targeted 2 display cases. They had with them angle grinders, disc cutters, ways to get through the glass real quick of these 2 glass cases. This was the French crown jewels, the Napoleonic royal jewelry. And they busted everything open. They stole 8 pieces. And they dropped 1 piece. The crown of Empress Eugenie, I'll show you that in a minute, is dropped outside the museum. It must have fallen as they were coming down their ladder there. They jumped on a couple of scooters and they just zipped off. And that was it. The whole thing.
Oh, they left the truck?
Oh, yeah. They left the truck. The whole thing took 4 minutes. 4 minutes. There was
Unreal.
no response had even occurred until about the time they were zipping away on their scooters. Can you imagine?
Holy shit.
It's just wild. But you talk about organized. These guys had it down. They knew exactly what they were going for. They were so prepared, and they were in and out so quickly. So let's talk about some of the pieces that were stolen. This is the crown of Empress Eugenie from 1855.
Wow.
So Empress Eugenie was Napoleon III's wife. This is a gold crown adorned with imperial eagles, set with 1,354 diamonds and 56 emeralds.
Good Lord. And this is the one they dropped.
This is the one they dropped. So it has been recovered, but it is damaged. But this is the only thing that has been recovered. I'll tell you what else we've got. Poor Empress Eugenie, man. Her stuff really got hit. This right here. This pearl tiara down at the bottom there. They got that. This was also for the Empress Eugenie, Napoleon's 3rd wife. It's from 1855. It's a gold crown adorned with imperial. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm rereading the same stuff. Wrong. This is from Empress Eugenie, but this is from 1853. It was commissioned by Napoleon III as a wedding gift. It's 212 pearls, 1,998 diamonds, 992 rose cuts, 7 stems of triple pearls alternating with 8 pelt-shaped cartouches topped with pear pearls and diamond foliage. So it is currently in wind. Right?
Wow.
These are so little. I was thinking that too. Kristi said she had a tiny head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really did, because they're not very big. So then...
It might have been the fashion then, though, to just sit atop her head.
Yes, I think so. Just sat right on top and didn't really fit over. So then, here you can see the bow over here to the left of the tiara. That is another piece. So that is the Diamond Grand Corsage Bow brooch of Empress Eugenie. It's a large diamond bow-shaped bodice ornament, originally center of a belt that is set with somewhere around 4,000 plus stones. It is gone. I think it's kind of ugly, frankly. I think they got some other stuff that was better. Then there was the reliquary brooch of Empress Eugenie. And it is, it's up here in the center on this picture. It's the
Okay, with the
centerpiece
black
on
background.
the top with the black background. Yes. Let's see. 94 diamonds, including stones traced to the historic Mazarin diamonds, called a reliquary, though it did not actually house a relic. I don't know why it's called a reliquary, but reliquaries usually house some kind of relic. So then there is this set right here. This right here. Look at those sapphires.
Yeah. Wow.
This is the sapphire parure components. So it was a set. These are linked to Queen Hortense de Beauharnais and Queen Marie Amélie from the 1800s.
Okay.
The tiara, the necklace, and one earring were taken. They did not get the other earring, interestingly.
Oh.
For some reason. They're Ceylon sapphires surrounded by diamond settings. The tiara often cited with 24 sapphires and 1,083 diamonds.
Oh my God.
So weird that they only got one of the earrings. They're just in such a rush, I guess. Yeah, they did love brooches. And these, like, can you imagine wearing these? Look at how big and heavy that is.
Right.
Here's another image, a little bit better image of the tiara. It is really beautiful.
Wow.
It's there on the top left.
That is fabulous.
It is quite something. And then with this necklace with these gigantic Ceylon sapphires, worth some serious money.
Yeah. Wow.
Then we have this set. Let's see. Okay. Top left, the emerald set there. It's a necklace and earrings. This is the emerald parure, I don't know how to say that, of Empress Marie Louise. This was a gift from Napoleon I to Empress Marie Louise at their wedding in 1810. It's an emerald necklace and matching emerald earrings, large rectangular step cut emeralds in diamond mounts. It is honestly, it's one of the really famous and standout sets that the Louvre had.
That is
They don't have it anymore. But I mean, when you see, look at that. Here's another better shot of it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's incredibly beautiful. They got away with about $100 million worth of jewelry.
Holy hell.
Can you imagine?
Well, that makes this gang in California just look pathetic.
Right? But there were lots more things in the room, and some of which, some very famous diamonds that were actually worth more money. And it is believed that there is a political statement in this whole thing because these are all national heritage jewels. And they're more valuable historically and culturally, really, than they are monetarily. So based on the fact that they left so much other good stuff behind, officials really think that there's a message in this.
Interesting.
That they stole the French crown jewels.
Right. I had wondered if they were commissioned on this theft. I was thinking their boss is going to be pissed they left that earring and dropped the crown.
Right. Well, what they think they will do is pull these pieces apart, recut the big stones and sell them off, and melt down the gold to sell it. Because
that would be incredibly sad. I mean, my greatest hope for this stuff would be that it'll surface at some point, as has happened many times in history when things like this were stolen.
And it could be that there's some collector out there that would want one of these individual pieces. But basically what officials are saying is that the only way to safely move this inventory is to do that. But they said they really only have 24 to 48 hours to uh, get hold of these pieces, or they're probably already pulled apart.
Wow.
And well, it's been 48 hours.
Yeah.
So that's tough.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what we know about the investigation so far. So they just took off on their scooters, and they think there's some people saying they were Vespas. They were some kind of like just the scooters that you can rent in cities.
Okay.
The museum closed immediately. They were closed that day, and they were closed also yesterday on Monday
Mm-hmm.
while they review the CCTV and do all
Yeah.
the forensics and stuff to try to figure out what the hell just happened to us.
Yeah.
And looking at the evidence, that there were gloves left behind, tools left behind, plus the ladder truck. The problem is, man, they just got right in. Like, this was so easy.
Mm-hmm.
So the Louvre is now, taking some stock on what their security is.
Yeah.
Because, you all know, I mean, we all know that the security around the really famous paintings
Mm-hmm.
in the Louvre is humongous, like massive security
Mm-hmm.
around them. And maybe they just didn't think that someone would steal the crown jewels. I don't know. But can you imagine that all
Maybe.
they had to do was break the glass in those doors to get in
Right. To
right at
just
that stuff?
march right in and have enough time to just grab everything and be out the door.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah. Like there weren't even bars on those doors.
Right. This wasn't even hard.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't hard at all.
So, but I will
Although,
say, because this was a perimeter, like when you mentioned the Mona Lisa is like
in the
right in the
center of the
middle.
museum, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and I think it's downstairs too, if I remember right. Like it's in a
Yeah.
spot that like you'd really have to bust your ass to get all the way to it, get it, and get out.
Right.
But with this
But
stuff right on
these
the
are on
edge,
the
like, come
second
on,
floor,
man.
like right on
Yeah,
the edge of the building.
that is
Right. And there were
crazy.
some alarms that went off, but they were so fast in and
Mm-hmm.
out that, I mean, they knew that something had happened, but they weren't able to get to that location fast enough to really do anything.
Oh boy, this
Um,
this will create a big change in security protocol at the Louvre, and it
yeah,
should obviously. Good
right.
lordy.
And they just jumping on scooters was so brilliant because then they could just zip away. There's, there was no
Yeah.
barricade or anything that could stop them at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, it's pretty likely that the pieces, at least some of them, are lost because it's been a long enough time that they would have had time to get them to someone who could melt down the gold and get them
Mm-hmm.
to a gem cutter
Yeah.
to
Well, and
pull those, like those
everybody's on
big Ceylon
Vespas.
sapphires.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
they're going to make those smaller because they
Sure.
would stand out. So would the emeralds.
Yeah. Though everybody's on Vespas in Paris, so it wouldn't be hard at all to fit into that, you know? Like
Right?
you
They
wouldn't
just look like part
stand
of the
out at all. They
crowd.
just blended straight in, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Wow.
Yeah. So definitely, officials are pretty blown away by how coordinated this was and how quick it was. That literally it
Mm-hmm.
took them 4 minutes. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, lots of scrutiny of museum security. There's um, looking at CCTV. They're looking at their staff for sure, and also looking at gaps in protection of extremely valuable historic objects. Oh, you think?
Hmm.
I cannot believe that they didn't have bars on those doors, at least.
Right?
You
That
know,
just seems that's incredibly trusting.
but it's always been safe,
Yeah.
and it is very rare for the Louvre to have a break-in anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think maybe they sort of forgot that these jewels could be worth, well, $100 million just in what they
Yeah.
took. And I mean, what was in that actual gallery worth so much more than that.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys wanted the French crown jewels. That was pretty
Right.
clear.
Mm-hmm. That is
Has Nicolas Cage been questioned? Good question. Not that I have heard.
right, right. Craigslist, maybe Marketplace. Keep an eye out.
The
Wow.
thing is, it didn't even
What a
have to be an
story.
inside job. You could see from the street
Yeah.
how unprotected that room is.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Right? Right? Red says, I wonder who insured these. I don't know. I'm sure they are, but
There's
they
been a
are
bit of
really,
cursing and wine glass breaking. I promise that.
I would imagine. But they're irreplaceable, just like pretty much everything in the Louvre.
Yeah. That's
One of my
it's really
favorite.
sad. We joke, but
It
it's
is.
really sad. It sucks.
It is sad. But no one was hurt. No one was
Yeah.
injured.
Thank goodness
It's
for that.
crazy, right? Somebody is getting fired over that.
Definitely,
One of my
yeah.
favorite TikTokers, his name is Garen Noon, and he is an Irish guy.
Hmm.
And he apparently the Irish really hate the French. I didn't know that.
They hate the
So
English too. Yeah.
they do, but he's always thrilled when something's happened to France. And and he said, "How could the French have known that keeping all of their most valuable artifacts in one place would be a bad idea?" That was pretty sad. Pretty funny.
Oh, if you guys don't follow Garen Noon, he's on Facebook too. But oh my God, he's funny. He kills
He is
me.
hilarious. But yeah, his comments on this were pretty great.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see. I mean, it was a question if there were 3 or 4 people involved. They're saying now that they believe it is 4 people, but they haven't made any arrests.
Yeah.
They haven't said they have any suspects. Like,
Wow.
they got away pretty clean.
Where did the boom truck come from?
Don't know. That hasn't been released, but you'd think, it must have been rented or something
Perhaps, or stolen,
because they just
maybe?
left it there.
Yeah.
Or stolen. Yeah, because that might lead officials to something.
Right.
But yeah, that they're looking at all of that, and of course, tons and tons and tons of CCTV just on
Yeah.
the streets in Paris. So they're going to have a lot of video, but these guys were pretty smart. I would imagine they're probably masked so that you can't see their faces. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Christine says it's like stealing the ruby slippers. Right.
Yeah.
Stealing the dang ruby slippers. Yeah. Yeah, Christy, that's a good point. That the boom truck could have been taken from like a construction site, just stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, they just showed up with all the right tools and looked official, and no one thought anything of it, and they were in and out so quickly that we'll see. We shall see.
Yep. Wow.
I'm very curious to see if any of those artifacts are ever recovered.
Oh, me
If
too.
this was really just about money, or was this about something else? Because it is interesting the
Right.
way it was very targeted about what they stole.
Mm-hmm.
So
For sure.
I don't know. Somebody's probably mad that they missed that one sapphire earring. I would be.
Yeah.
You got one earring. What am I supposed to do with one earring? No, they'll probably pull them apart anyway. Yeah, it all had to be planned and available. Most definitely. It did. Yeah. Yeah, they had to have easy access to that boom truck somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll keep an eye on it and give you updates as we get them. You know me. I love a good heist. I'm all about a good heist. I just find them so
Right.
interesting. And, to be that brazen, to just drive up there, climb up the ladder, break the glass, go in, break the glass, steal the jewels, and leave in 4 minutes. Like, that is some brave, stupid brave actions.
Yeah. You don't have much to lose if that's what you're doing. And they
Yeah,
must have
I
been
think-
pretty sure too. But honestly, just looking at the way this happened, I'd probably be pretty sure too.
Yeah.
If I thought
Well, I
I
mean,
could climb up that boom ladder and
because this is a room that you could visit if you just went in as a
right.
visitor to the Louvre.
And perhaps
And
they
you could
have.
look right out that door and go, oh my God, this is just a second floor balcony on the riverside. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was not hard to. This was not a difficult one, which I think
Yeah.
the Louvre is probably really unhappy about the fact that they could be robbed so easily.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with that, Katie, I'm going to kick the mic back to you for some crime news update.
Okay. This is a bit of a recap of, I don't have my pictures up. I couldn't
Oh.
because your pictures were hogging the stage.
I'm taking my pictures down right now. I know my pictures are hogging the stage.
Sometimes we have to share space here. But you had a lot of pictures because there was a lot to say. This is, we're going to recap a little bit the murder of Sonya Massey.
Yes.
If you guys remember this case, we reported on it heavily. And if you want to see all of our footage, you can find it here on our channel. I'm not going to replay the video and stuff today. It is in our original coverage. It is hard. It is very, very hard. So this happened on July 6, 2025, or July 6th. Sonya Massey was a 36-year-old black woman living near Springfield, Illinois. So if you guys remember, Sonya was kind of disoriented. And she had called the police because she thought that there was a prowler around her home. There had been some noise. There had been somebody standing out by her car for a while. She just felt like something was wrong. So she called the police. So 2 deputies responded, one of them by the name of Sean Grayson, and then one other person. And they sat in her house and visited with her for a few minutes. Sean Grayson was kind of antagonistic with her, kind of mocking with her. She clearly was maybe medicated in the interactions with them. Then he notices that she has
having a mental health crisis. Something was wrong.
She wasn't aggressive or anything. She just seemed kind of confused and subdued.
Yeah.
But at one point, Grayson notices that there is a pan of water heating on the stove. And he tells her to take that pan of boiling water off the stove. So she walks into the kitchen and she picks up this big pot of water and heads to the sink with it. And as she's walking, she says, "In the name of Satan, I rebuke you." Or not in the name of Satan. In the name of Jesus, I rebuke you. God, sorry.
Yeah.
In the name of Jesus, I rebuke you. Why did she say that? We don't know. Was she just teasing? Was this just a part of what was going on in her head? Not sure. But for some reason, that made Sean Grayson, who was standing on the other side of a half wall, where her kitchen partitioned off from her living room.
Several feet away.
Several feet away, decide that he was in danger, and he pulled out his firearm and shot and killed Sonya Massey. She falls to the floor amidst the pan of water and is instantly dead. Yeah. And then immediately Grayson starts talking to his partner, explaining to him why he had to do that. He had to do that. That she was coming at me. She was coming at me. She was.
Yeah, he tried to make it like she was going to throw this boiling water on him.
Yeah. Yep. She's this tiny little lady. Like, there was absolutely no threat to him in any way whatsoever. So he immediately starts trying to spoof it off as, she was coming at me with boiling water and I, whatever. And his partner's kind of like, And in fact, we have some video footage of the partner's vest cam afterwards, who's literally out by the car like...
the shooter turned off his vest cam.
Yeah.
After the shooting.
Yeah, but we had the vest cam, saw the vest cam of the partner. He's literally out by his car hyperventilating afterwards because he's so shook about it. And he does turn on Grayson eventually. Grayson was was fired after the shooting, not shot. He was fired after the shooting. He was charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. And of course, he pled not guilty. The other thing we know about Sean Grayson is that he had been fired from a few other law enforcement gigs for
6.
For aggression, for we don't know what, because it's a lot like the same shit where we go, okay, well, you're a super bad guy, so we're going to let you resign so you can go work somewhere else. Same kind of stuff we were talking about yesterday with the Idaho Department of Corrections, that kind of shit. So, right, I did too, Cherish, that maybe she was saying it in jest. Yeah, she was no threat to him in any way.
No,
anyway,
she wasn't trying to harm him.
Why are we recapping this? Well, because his trial has started. So yesterday, this is Sean, yesterday was jury selection, and today they wrapped up a few things, and we're going to see opening statements tomorrow. They have dropped the other charges. There's 3 first-degree murder charges on the table, and that is all. So the other charges are out.
So why is it 3 first-degree murder charges?
I don't know.
Just
I'm
seems
not
odd.
sure.
Like they leave multiple charges up. Usually it's like first degree, second degree manslaughter or something.
Yeah. 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 I'm not sure about what those charges, why they are what they are. So what we know now, of course, is that they've dropped the other charges and we're just looking at the 3 first-degree murders, which should be enough. I mean, the vest cam footage of this is so damning that it's hard to imagine this going any way other than guilty as hell. But
Right? I mean,
stranger things
all
have
the jury
happened.
needs is to just watch the video. And
Yeah.
most of you have seen it, and it is gut-wrenching. I don't ever want to have to see it again.
Yeah. Oh, it's awful. So here's a few things they argued about. They have agreed to not use words such as justified, unlawful, or lawful, because those could be loaded terms for the jurors. I hate it when this stuff starts. The prosecution cannot include national best practices of law enforcement if it's not best practices that the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office might not subscribe to.
Hmm.
However, they have expert testimony that the defense was fighting really hard, and they lost on that. So the expert testimony is in. They were fighting about whether an expert could chime in on the Sangamon County Sheriff's policy and Grayson's training, and they're saying all of that is fair game. So that's pretty much what we know. Unlawful, lawful, reasonable, and unreasonable are all words that are out.
Well, that's actually kind of good, though, because those are cop words.
Yeah, true.
That takes this out of him being able to claim this was justifiable in his standing. Okay, I know why there's 3 counts.
Okay.
It's because in Illinois, they allow for there to be multiple theories of a murder for a single killing. So
Interesting. Okay.
the first is intentional murder, that he intended to kill her or knew his actions would cause her death, like that there was some premeditation. Strong probability of death or great bodily harm. He didn't necessarily intend death, but he acted knowing his conduct created a strong probability it would happen. Or felony murder. He committed another felony, which they're alleging is official misconduct or aggravated battery with a firearm that led to her death.
Interesting.
So
okay.
basically, they can argue all 3 of those potential scenarios, which that's pretty interesting.
That is interesting. Okay.
So the jury could look at all 3 of these or any one of them.
Okay. Wow.
That's pretty cool. I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever seen that before in a murder trial.
Interesting. Okay. Well, this will be interesting to follow. We know also that this was moved to Peoria because of all of the publicity about this case in Springfield, which makes sense. I wouldn't have expected it to happen there, especially where this was law enforcement. So opening statements are tomorrow. You guys are asking if it's streamed. I actually don't know. I've just been following a press stream, of what's happening in the courtroom. So I don't know. We're not going to stream it, but it might be streamed. I don't know. We can look it up and find it. But that's happening, and I'm really glad because this is one of those cases that when it first happened, there was a lot of public push and outcry for this person to be arrested and charged. And it took some public outcry to get him arrested and charged.
But
and in those cases,
get brushed under the rug.
Yeah, in those cases, I'm always worried that they're just going to kind of wait him out or slowly, reduce the charges or just not take it seriously. And none of those things happen. And I'm really, really glad. I just feel like that vest cam footage is going to sink him because it is bad. Yeah.
It is. Can he be found guilty on all of the 3? Kathy, yes, he can. He can be found guilty on all or 2 or 1 or none. That will affect his sentencing. But yeah, they actually can find that all of them were true,
Mm-hmm.
which I kind of think they were. But the misconduct one, somebody said, I bet he gets the misconduct one. Because, yeah, his behavior was completely out of line to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
He was not at risk.
No.
There's no way. And his partner that was with him, he didn't draw his weapon. Like, he felt like he was at risk.
No, he was horrified. Horrified.
Well, and he tried to go help her.
Oh, yeah.
And Sean Grayson would not let him.
Not let him, yep. He kept saying, there's no point. She's already dead. There's no point. There's no point.
So they did not even render aid.
Nope, nothing.
It's awful.
Yep. In the video, after he tells her to move the pot off the stove, as soon as she starts carrying it over and she says that rebuke that she says, he starts screaming, put down the fucking pot, put down the fucking pot. And she goes, oh, sorry. And right after that, she drops.
Yeah.
It's the most
exactly what he
for.
said to do.
Yeah.
And then she goes to try to just put it in the sink and he shoots her and kills her. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm so glad this is a trial. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll provide some updates on it. Go straight to hell with you, Sean, for real. And I hope this jury is as horrified as the rest of us and does exactly what needs to happen, because this guy needs to be gone. He needs to be off the streets forever. He is terrifying.
Well, and do you remember on the vest cam afterward, what did he kept saying a code? That it was something like this that made it, this was a mental health thing. This was just a mental health thing. But there was a particular code he was saying, and I can't remember what it was. Mm-hmm. If this was like a 5150 or something like that, he kept saying over and over again, like saying this was okay, this was justified because she was acting crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it sounded like there had been calls for mental health related issues to her house before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he just kept saying that over and over again.
Yeah. Such a pig. Well, Sonya, we are here to watch you get justice. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And for her family.
Yep, for sure. For sure. All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on it and we'll keep you posted.
Yes, we will. Well, it's Tuesday, so we'll be back tomorrow night, Wednesday, at 6 p.m. Mountain for case updates, which I'm sure we'll have lots of updates for you. Mm-hmm. And then we have a very special guest here on the show Thursday. And, we don't do guests hardly ever. So, this must be a special guest. You guys are probably shocked. Our very own listener, Carrie Witt, who has her own podcast called Mad World on here on YouTube, is going to be here so we can talk about her new podcast and what she's doing. So that's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to want to come check that out. Talk about what cases she's covering. She's also an Idaho crime podcaster.
Yeah.
And we're excited to have her. So that's what we have coming up for the rest of the week.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome.
Yes, it is. You won't want to miss any of it.
No.
Well, you know it. We are the True Crime Squad. Thanks for being here.
Take care.
Season 6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.